Cash flow problems are the biggest killer of businesses, both large and small. Because of their limited resources and often less developed skills of their management teams, small businesses are especially vulnerable to collapse due to pressure from creditors, even when they're waiting to be paid for work done or goods supplied. In this video, we look at several possible solutions that small business owners can turn to when cash flow becomes a problem. Coming up right now. Hi, I'm Manyara Kirago, and this is Money Skills, the channel that informs, educates, and sometimes challenges conventional thinking to help you manage your money better and ultimately transform your financial life. If you are new here, please click the subscribe button and also the bell icon to be informed whenever I upload a new video each week. Please remember to stay tuned in right up to the end of the video to receive a free bonus. One of the most common problems that affects businesses is that their customers owe them money and they have not paid. When you have done the work but people are still being slow to pay you, you can get behind with your bills and be short of money to invest in your business. This is understandably an annoying situation. You're being chased for debts, but other people refuse to pay. There are, though, a few ways to improve your customers' payment speed. Remember, you're a credit provider. When you do work and invoice afterwards, you are extending credit to your customers. As such, if the cost is going to be high, you should consider doing a credit check on them before you start work. This will show you whether the company you're about to do work for is in trouble and can help you avoid lots of problems later on. Always give your invoices a due date. A mistake many small businesses make is to send out invoices that have a fancy layout and say how much the customer owes, but don't contain any direct instructions to pay now. This results in the customers receiving the invoice and then putting it in their unimportant pile of documents. You know, the one that doesn't get taken care of for months. To avoid this, a good strategy is to give your invoice a due date. Send it 2 or 3 weeks from when you sent the invoice. Set it 2 or 3 weeks from when you send the invoice and make sure that you highlight it. People will see your deadline and realize that you mean business. They'll think, oh, I better deal with this, and you'll get on the payment schedule sooner rather than later. If they don't, a follow-up call saying, oh, by the way, I wonder if you realized that your invoice's due date was yesterday. This is usually enough to do the trick. Almost no one refuses to pay if you confront them directly. They just take the time because they think they can get away with it. In some places, the practice of putting the due date on your invoices might even entitle you to charge interest on money which they owe you if they pay late, if that is in the terms. Another less known solution you can try is invoice discounting. And some businesses have success with this technique. This is when you sell your invoices to a third party which specialize in cash flow funding, and they give you the money for the invoice straight away instead of you having to wait for your customer to pay you. If you try this approach though, you should consider the percentage of your invoices that the company is taking and whether they are treating your customers the way you would have treated them yourself. The invoice discounting company's fee may look expensive compared with a bank loan or overdraft. However, such bank facilities may not be available to you, so the fact that the bank is cheaper is actually totally irrelevant. Of course, your last resort is to sell the debt to a debt collection agency. Now, this will cost you around 10% of the debt. The collection agency will try to intimidate your customer into paying, ultimately taking them to court if necessary, and they might try seizing the customer's assets. Make sure you check out the agency you plan to use beforehand. You don't want them to be doing anything illegal. And remember, you should always try to talk to the customer before you take this route. Because if they're not paying, the chances are that there is a reason. You might be about to force them out of business. On the other hand, they might just be forgetful, in which case they won't be too happy about you setting debt collectors on them. Be prepared to settle. Sooner or later, you might end up being owed money by a business that is in financial trouble. You are just in a long line of creditors as everything falls down around them. In this situation, you will need to be prepared to settle with them for less than the original invoice price, or you risk losing everything. It is a bad situation to be in, but it's better to give someone a break and get some money instead of pushing them further towards bankruptcy and getting nothing. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and also click the subscribe button and the bell icon to be the first to know when I upload a new video. As a bonus, I have a free report, The Top Money Mistakes Kenyan Professionals Make and How to Avoid Them. To download this free report, follow the link below to my website. I look forward to seeing you next week.